Welcome, Lady Eagle softball fans, to senior night here at Vilonia as your Eagles take on the Searcy Lions in a doubleheader for, I really don't know what it's for other than seeding purposes in respective conference tournaments, but it's still one of the combined classification district games. So, Kobe, I'll let you run down the starting lineups real quick, and I'm going to get ready to call up this first batter.
Starting lineups for the Searcy Lions, number 21 playing shortstop is Sarah Grace Weaver. Batting second, number 16, playing third base is Lauren Joyner. Batting third, number 22, second base, Jessica Bailey. Batting fourth, number 6, center fielder Carson Donovan. Batting fifth, number 20, first base, Lexi Brooks. Batting sixth, number 1, left field, Jessica Rose. Batting seventh, number 17, pitcher Megan Pistoshi. Sounds great. Batting eighth, number 13, Isabel Holyfield. Batting ninth, number 2, designated player Carly Jones, and in the flex position, number 30, Jesse Harwell.
All right, we'll catch the Eagles here in a moment. First pitch from Will Banks, who is in the circle tonight to start the game, is a called strike. Same pitch again, two-hopper to Erie at shortstop, over to Carly Thompson at first, and the Eagles have the first out of the game. Now, Kobe, Eagles going with a straight senior-laden lineup tonight on senior night, and so if you want to run that down, you'll go ahead and do so.
Okay, batting first, number 10, senior shortstop Callie Erie. Batting second, number 31, second base, Sydney Johnson. Batting third, number 12, catching, Talon Lawrence. Batting number 4, number 14, designated player, Marley Hinsley. Batting fifth, number 20, center fielder Faith Johnson. Batting sixth, number 6, playing third base, Kenna Beatty. Batting number 7, number 16, left field, Caitlin Weaver. Batting number 8, as a multitasking, playing first base, Carly Thompson. Batting ninth, number 4, right fielder Kylie Linton. And on the bump, if we was in baseball, I guess you call it circle and softball.
Yeah,
number
either
22,
way is good.
Tori Wilbanks, a senior team here.
So the pop up there to Sydney Johnson, that should be handled to these on the infield. It is for out, too. So the first pitch was a ball, the second pitch was a swing and a miss, and then the pop up there, so the Eagles have 2 outs in the inning. Now batting number 22, Jessica Bailey.
Great job of filling the zone up. You can see the wind's blowing in here tonight, like the other night when it's blowing 75 miles per hour out. Tori's doing a fantastic job filling the zone up. Great day for some softball.
It is a great day for softball. We've been blessed with some pretty good weather here the past couple of days. As you see, the first pitch there, miss low and in for ball 1. I figured out our buzzing here.
What was it?
Well, I had it fixed a minute ago. It's one of these 2 chords, and I just made it worse. That one's up and in, ball 2. There it is. That power chord's not wanting to stay in there just right. So, oh, good pitch. Catches the outside corner of the plate there. The little curveball running off the plate. Called strike 1. 2-1 is the count now with 2 outs. I don't think they hear it at home. I think it's just us. So if we can stomach it, it's okay.
For those at home, it's a giant mosquito.
Yeah,
it's
big
a
mosquito in
giant
the ear.
mosquito in the ear is what it is.
That one's low in the dirt for ball 3. 3-1 count. And Wilbanks has worked very well here thus far in the top of the first inning. Would like to go ahead and continue that trend and get this out right here. Looking for a good pitch. There it is. Right off Wilbanks' knee. Oh, almost with the lucky bounce to Thompson. Just wide of her. She can't get to it, so score that a base hit off of Wilbanks' knee. And she looks like she's okay. The ump's out to check on her. She's laughing it off. Thank goodness she's not hurt any worse than that.
Pretty good shot right there in the knee. Tori Wilbanks, chooses the pitch without the face mask like a lot of the girls.
Yeah.
And, the ball comes back that quick. If you're going to get hit, lower part is a lot better.
Says something for keeping the ball down the zone. Starts the batter off with a changeup. And that's just a beautiful pitch on the inside half of the plate. She could have swung twice before it got there. It's Carson Donovan as the batter for the Lions now. That's a pop-up, foul down the right side, and it's going to get out of play over the dugout here for strike 2, an 0-2 count quickly on Donovan. So it was also Pee-wee night here tonight. We had a bunch of Pee-wee girls out, or youth softball players out from
Future
the
Eagles.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. They trotted out on the field with the seniors on starting lineups. Another changeup, and that's going to be floated out into short left center field for another base hit. Weaver handles it, fires it in, and Beatty knocks it down. This throw is just a little bit wide. And Lions are going to have runners on first and second with Lexi Brooks up.
You know, that was Corey watching that pitch. That was a good.
Number 20, Lexi Brooks.
That was a good piece of hitting.
Yeah, it was.
Changeup actually had her fooled, but she still kept her weight back just enough to get the ball in the outfield.
It was a great pitch.
Tip your hat to her. Good hit.
That one's going to miss high for ball 1.
When you put back-to-back, hits like we've had right here, those first 2 outs are very important.
Huge.
When you can get those out, you can kind of work around a few base hits or a walk.
Good curveball outside corner, strike 1. Wheelbanks has been very effective throwing that curveball, just catching the front corner of the plate and then running off. These batters they haven't once swung at it. If they do, they're going to nub it out to the first baseman at best. Pop up, out of play over the backstop, and if we were in the major leagues, we'd say somebody just got a souvenir.
Got a souvenir, or if we was back 20 years ago, somebody got a snow cone.
Ooh, those were the days.
Those were the days.
I spent many a night playing some cup ball, drinking suicides.
With no shoes on.
With no shoes on, that's right. Come home dirty as all get out. That one's hit high in left field. Weaver's giving chase, and it is 1 hops the wall. 1 run scores, 2 runs score, and Brooks is going to hold up at second. So a 2-out double yields 2 runs, and the Eagles are behind 2-0.
It started out, got the first 2 out relatively quick. Had a 3 base hits in a row. That was pretty well hit. But 2 runs, we're going to make it. We'll be all right.
Jessica Rose is the batter. First pitch changeup, catches her not ready for that. That's strike number 1, and with a swing and a miss. That curveball misses up this time. It caught enough of the plate to be a strike, but it was just a little bit high.
What do you know about the umps here tonight, Corey? You know them?
Yeah, the field ump's pretty good umpire. He actually was asking, he was the guy that asked me the other night if we were streaming the game, so he may be wanting to go back and scout himself later, and I told him we'd be streaming later in the week, but he said he wasn't going to be here, but here he is back, so I guess things changed. And I've seen the plate umpire around. I haven't seen him near as much as the field ump, but thus far, I mean, his strike zone's pretty consistent. Good pitch there, a little drop ball running down on the inside corner. Swing and a miss by the batter, and the count is evened up at 2-2, and we do have 2 outs with the runner out there at second base. Swing and a miss, and that's going to do it for the Lady Lions in the top half of the first. So a couple of runs on a couple of hits, 3 hits, no errors, and Eagles looking to come out and do some damage themselves. Now, Searcy pitcher, Megan Pistoschi. She's a hard-throwing pitcher. I'm not sure. Do you know if she's committed anywhere yet?
Corey, I was busy all day today, so therefore I did not get an opportunity to do broadcasting. My contract negotiations broke off with ESPN, so I kind of dropped the ball on that today.
That's okay. No problem there. I know of a couple of schools that at one time were looking at Megan, but I don't know that she's actually committed to any of those. So I'm not gonna throw out any misinformation since I don't know for sure.
Does she play summer ball with anybody you know?
No, she plays, but it's not with anybody around here. I'm not exactly sure who she plays with. I'm not. I mean, I know enough about her to be dangerous here. I know she's a pretty good pitcher. She can throw it hard. But I think she's like a lot of the other hard-throwing pitchers. Sometimes struggles with accuracy.
Why is that, you think?
I think that sometimes those pitchers that throw hard, they've worked a lot of time on putting velocity on the ball, and I think it's twofold. The harder you throw, the more spin the ball has on it. Sometimes it just moves on its own.
Yeah.
And then otherwise, a lot of people spend just too much time focusing on strictly speed and not enough on accuracy.
Gotcha.
So I'm not saying she does or doesn't do anything. I'm just saying it seems to be kind of a common theme amongst the harder throwing pitchers. They sometimes struggle with accuracy.
Gotcha.
We'll see how it goes tonight for Ms. Pistoschi. Erie's going to lead it off for the Lady Eagles. for your Lady Eagles, number 10, Callie Erie. Well, one pitch, one runner on, and I don't want to say I told you so, but I might have told you so.
Well, there goes the perfect game.
True, true.
Perfect game's gone, so now let's check out what we can do with the no-hitter.
Up next for your Lady Eagles, number 31, Sydney Johnson. So Sydney Johnson will bat with Erie on first, swings at the first pitch and misses that one. It is a strike. She took a big cut at it. She actually pulled her head off just a little bit.
She did. You could tell she's behind, and Sydney Johnson's not very behind at all, so you know this pitcher is throwing pretty hard.
She's on that one a lot better. That's an inside pitch there. She fouls it straight back, and she's behind 0-2. Now, I didn't watch the catcher throw down in warm-ups. Did you?
Average.
Average?
Average.
I'd like to test that arm right here.
I would too.
Hard-throwing pitcher. No, we're going to struggle to get on her the first time around. Let's get the runner in scoring position. So if we do poke one in the gap, it's an easy score from second base, and Johnson strikes out. Talon Lawrence going to step up to the plate now. Now batting for your Lady Eagles, number 12, Talon Lawrence. See what Talon can do here. I think Erie might be off to the races. Nope, just a good jump. Talon swings at one up above her eyes. And with that speed, sometimes it's hard to tell that ball's just going to keep on rising when it leaves the hand.
I'm like you. I'd like to see Callie take off right here and get a stolen base tonight.
She does. Talon fouls it off. It's out of play over the backstop. So
question for you: has she been thrown out?
Erie, no, not this year. Not that I'm aware of.
What about last year?
I don't think so.
You know, my research shows her and Paige are tied for stolen bases. Is that?
I think you might be looking at an erroneous website, my friend. Erie takes off again. It's the pitch out, and they're not even close. So we should have done that about 7 pitches ago now, and hope for a passed ball so she can go to third.
Maybe I didn't read that right on page.
Hey, that's okay. Bases, I think what you read is they are equal in caught stealing, which is 0.
I was way off.
There you go. I mean, it was the steal was in the category. So Talon 1 ball and 2 strikes on her. 1 out. Erie's out there at second base, and Hinesley awaits in the on deck circle. Pistoshi delivers. Talon takes that one up and away. Ball 2.
Good adjustment by Talon right there. The first one she swung at was the same pitch right here. So she is a hard thrower. Make her put it in zone.
Hey, it's senior night. They're all jazzed up. They're fired up. They want to do something. Talon swings at that one. Can't catch up to it. That's strike 3. It's going to bring up Marley Hinesley to the plate. And Beyonce.
And Beyonce.
Up next for your Lady Eagles, number 14, Marley Hinesley. Marley takes the first pitch. I thought it was a bit low, but it's hard for me to tell that up here. Definitely not something you're going to swing at on the first pitch. It's a called strike. And she's no worse for wear. Swings at that one, gets a piece of it, fouls it straight back, and she's behind 0-2.
For the viewers at home, Corey, you know this pitcher here, you can tell. What do you think she's throwing miles per hour?
She's going to be real similar to the twin from the other night. I can't think of her name. Grace Bryant. She's going to be consistently right there at 60, and sometimes she's going to run it on up over 60.
First inning going right there on a strikeout. We're moving to the top of the second here.
Yeah, Eagles able to put 1 runner on a hit by pitch. No hits, no errors, no runs scored. They're still behind 2-0 going to the top of the second.
I guess struck out the side there, didn't she?
She did.
Struck out the side.
Yeah.
We'll make an adjustment. So as we're in between innings right here, Corey, what's your thoughts? It's senior night. You got Callie on the short. What's the emotions running tonight?
You know, I think the emotions are, well, I think it varies.
Do you need a shoulder right now? Are you okay?
Oh, I'm good. I'm totally good. You know, it's not the last game. And then from my standpoint, and not being selfish at all, I'm going to miss this team and this group of girls and parents. Callie's career's not ending. She's going to get to go on. You know, when she leaves the field, her last time as a Lady Eagle, she and I both know that there is another game. Now, for some people, they know they're not. That's a whole different set of emotions. So I think for me, it's just extended. You know, however many years down the road, she continues to play the game of softball. Now, if she weren't going on and playing college softball, I'd probably be a ball of emotions. And like I said, if Wade was here tonight, he'd cry either way. If it was his or if it was mine, he'd be crying.
Alan Wade is a crier.
He's
nothing wrong with that.
He's a sensitive guy.
He's a sensitive guy.
Part of the reason why we love him so much.
He's a short, sensitive guy. Hope he's listening.
Leading off the inning for the Lions, number 17, Megan Pistoshi. Ooh, now I feel like that pitch was being called a strike in the previous inning.
Yeah.
It's a ball this time.
We'll let that one slide until we start getting on to him.
It's a liner right back through the middle. Base hit into center field for Pistoshi. And that'll bring up number 13, Isabel Holyfield.
No kin to Evander, right?
I'm pretty sure not. I haven't checked the stands to see if he's in attendance tonight.
Okay.
So where's that roster, ladies? The courtesy runner is number 8. That is Alexis Bottoms. Courtesy runner into the game, number 8, Alexis Bottoms. Now batting number 13, Isabel Holyfield. You know, I just saw it. It's spelled wrong, not wrong, but differently. So no kin to Evander. Confirmed.
Oh, okay. That was on my mind.
Foul ball, strike one on Miss Holyfield. That's a called strike on the outside corner. Tori goes back to that curveball that breaks her off the plate just as soon as it catches a piece. 0-2 count on Holyfield. Gets her to chase this time. That one is off the plate, but it's a great pitch because it's set up by the previous one.
Good sequence of pitches right there.
Now batting number 2, Carly Jones. Carly Jones will be the batter with one out, and courtesy runner Bottoms on first base. She hits a foul ball down the third baseline, and
I would be like that as a cue for Kenneth Beatty to jump up about 10 feet right there.
At least, yes.
At least.
Yeah. She
And
she doesn't strike me as the type of slapper who's going to hit one at Kenneth's forehead hard enough to make her be concerned. She looks like she's kind of a beginner at it, and that's okay, but you got to read that as a defensive player. Shows the bunt. Talon unable to hold on to the pitch from Will Banks, and that's going to give a free base to the runner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner's out at second base now. That's a called strike outside corner, and we've thrown the runner out by 15 feet. I don't know what the runner was thinking. I know what she was thinking. I mean, the coach had it set up to show the bunt. It was a fake all the way. That's a ball and 2 strikes. It was a fake all the way. He was trying to draw the defense out of position, but that side of our infield's too experienced for all that noise. So pop up behind the bag. Erie calls for it, and she has it, and that does it for the inning.
Great inning right there.
Indeed it is. Makes me want to play a little Black Betty.
You can't go wrong with Black Betty on a Friday afternoon.
Ooh, it is Friday. I didn't even think about that.
Absolutely. Big plans this weekend? Softball or basketball?
Basketball tournament in Maumelle, Arkansas.
Beautiful this time of year.
Yeah. The good thing about basketball is the climate is controlled most of the time. The only thing you have to worry about is when it's 90 outside, it's 125 in the gym. See, we got Faith Johnson coming up, followed by Kenna Beatty and Caitlin Weaver.
Got 3 seniors coming up.
Indeed we do.
Bringing some Captain Obvious tonight.
I like it.
Have we seen this catcher right here? I mean, this pitcher throw a lot of changeups so far. It's just been straight heat at this point.
I haven't seen her throw anything off speed yet.
Faith Johnson stepping in from the left-hand side here.
Faith Johnson.
They sure are playing her shallow, Corey.
No respect whatsoever.
No.
Hopefully she'll make them pay. She sees it. She stands in there and is going to swing away. That curveball breaks in on her hands, though, and she a little bit behind it, but also a little bit jammed.
It looks like they're backing up a little bit now.
Another swing and a miss by Faith, and she's behind 0-2. Looked like she might have been just a little bit off balance there. She needs to take a breath, calm down, and just kind of sit back here and let the ball meet the bat, and good things are going to happen. Have you noticed how hard the shortstop is shifting? I mean, earlier when Callie was stealing, she was like 10 feet from the bag.
Yeah. You think that they're getting play calls or trying to go inside, outside and realizing that, or is she just?
I don't know. She hasn't moved. We'll watch the pitch. So the pitch calls to the pitcher. She's not moving, so she's not reacting off of what the pitch call is. Faith fouls that one over the third base dugout, but she has taken some weird positions.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's a scouting report that's being called in from the dugout over there, or if they just don't know that Faith can drive the ball right back up the middle. And that gap that she's leaving open all the way to the Kimberly-Clark sign out there is her favorite spot to hit the ball. High heat is her kryptonite, though. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's out number 1. It's going to bring up Kenna Beatty.
I would think as well, Corey, you've got senior night. You've got a larger crowd than usual. You got family here. Nerves may be running pretty high right now.
Now batting number 6, Kenna Beatty. Jeez, I turned the microphone off instead of on. Kenna swings and misses at the first pitch for strike number 1. Caitlin Weaver is on deck. Called strike outside corner, and it's all straight heat, Kobe.
It is.
I mean, it's one of those situations where if we'll sit on the speed and just react to the, don't swing at anything above your hands, just sit on speed, I think you're going to be okay. I would sit there on that and try to force her into throwing a changeup. And there was the whole left side of the infield put a weird shift on the pitch that time.
And the outfield runs to the outfield and slaps the wall after a strikeout.
Up next for your Lady Eagles, number 16, Caitlin Weaver.
Maybe they're on to something.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. They could be.
Wall slapping.
I think that's it. It's got to be.
That's a long way, 220. This is not your normal park.
Especially as shallow as they're going to play us. Weaver swings, pops that one foul. The catcher
Good effort.
Almost makes the catch. The ball bounces off the end of her glove. It was actually excellent effort. So Weaver's behind 0-2, and there's 2 outs. Carly Thompson is the on-deck batter. If and when Weaver reaches base.
I'm going to go with win.
I like it. That one's outside and low for ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to do it for the Lady Eagles in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
Well, Corey, we went through 2 innings. The pitcher throws hard. She don't have any off-speed stuff. She's going to be in the zone as hitters. You've got to have a quicker reaction time. You've got to make adjustments. I'm going to say with the seniors that we have here, by the 2nd go-around, we start hitting the ball hard. Yeah,
I think so too. I think there's a high likelihood of that. like I say, we gotta get through the lineup, get up there and see it the second time. The nerves will be over with, hopefully, at that point, and also, not the first time you step in with a hard throwing pitcher. You gotta see it to understand. Hey, it really ain't that. It's not that fast. I can handle this. So the Searcy Lions will have the top of their order up: Sarah Grace Weaver, Lauren Joyner, and Jessica Bailey to start the bottom of the second. I think I probably need to. No, top of the third.
Three.
My goodness.
You know, Searcy, I did look at the record. They come in, the record is not that great. I believe they're playing 500, maybe a little bit less overall. But the first 2 innings they've come in here, they've got 4 hits, putting the ball in play. Pitcher's throwing well. They're not playing like a 500 team. Ball hit the inside corner right there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Top 3. Great pitch on the outside corner right there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball outside right there, even the count up at 2-2.
Well, I forgot this about the field umpire. He called an illegal pitch right there, and he does watch that like a hawk. I had forgotten that. So
we're sitting at 3-2.
No, it was still a ball. It's just 1 ball no matter what.
Okay.
Luckily, no runners on her. They would have advanced, and that's going to be a little CNI liner through the right side for a base hit. It's going to bring up number 16, Lauren Joyner. Number 16, Lauren Joyner. First pitch called strike outside corner. And just the same that I think that we're going to get on Pistoshi's speed. We're probably going to have to work back inside at some point, or the Lions are going to sit on that outside curveball and do just what Weaver did with it a second ago.
You know, they had 1 ball that's been pulled. Everything else has been away. Middle to the right.
That one's a little bit high. Count is going to be 2-1 now. All right, so I've been told that you actually are going to do the mic work on the senior ceremony. Is this a true statement?
I don't know. I know that either me or Miss Erin Rappold.
Okay, so here's the part that I'm going to throw at you that you didn't know.
Okay.
whoever does it is going to, as you see the walk there from Will Banks, it's going to bring up Jessica Bailey, number 22. Whichever one of you does it, we're gonna leave this running. We're gonna go through here and talk on this mic at the same time. So whoever does it needs to have a headset on and talking into this mic as well. You follow what I'm saying?
I'm following.
Picking up what I'm laying down.
Smoking what you're rolling.
Okay.
So they're gonna do both of it. Cover on YouTube's and here.
Yes. What is the song request? Well, first of all, Britton can't sing. I know that. So, secondly, tell Britton that I'll think about it. Jordan Britton sending song request to the press box.
What is this, B98.5?
I guess it is. Titman's Hotline. Ooh, ah.
It's Rock of 80s. 10 o'clock.
Yeah, definitely. Now batting number 22, Jessica Bailey. First pitch by Will Banks is a called strike over the outside half of the plate. It's going to be hit back up the middle. It's a double play ball for Erie to Johnson. And the throw is high to Thompson. Hits one of our coaches. So the runner that was at third she's going to score. And then the runner that should have been out at first is going to get second because of the ball being thrown out of play. So 3-0 now is the score. And Coach Sullivan saying the same thing I was thinking. Erie probably should have taken that one on her own, and it's a no-doubter double play. So she's going to catch it off of the deflection of Wilbank's glove, and Erie throws over to first for out number 2. Runner moves down to third. Eagles have 2 outs here in the top of the third, and the batter is going to be number 20, Lexi Brooks.
She could have taken it, Corey, but also, a strong throw in the chest, you're out either way. So
true. Well, and I guess to Erie's credit, she looks up and sees Sydney's coming hard, and she doesn't want to run over her trying to get to the bag herself. I mean, it's a tough play.
Just the way it goes.
It is. As we said, a lot of nerves here on senior night. We're gonna have a few little things till we get ourselves calmed down and just decide to play our game. Nobody hurt. So still, the Lions have hit one ball to the actual shortstop position, and everything else has been middle to the right-hand side.
Hit the one ball in the gap.
True. Yeah.
Other than that, it has been going the opposite way, just putting the bat on the ball and finding the hole, basically.
Called strike outside corner. Brings the count to 2 balls and a strike on Lexi Brooks. That one misses up and away. 3-1 will be the count.
Good hitter right here. You still have a base open, Corey. If you don't throw anything too fat right here, put her on, it gives you a force pretty much all the way around. So it's not too bad of a thing. I just wouldn't leave one down the middle.
Leaves it low. It's ball 4, so that's going to bring up number 1, Jessica Rose, after the walk to Brooks. Now batting number 1, Jessica Rose. Runners on the corners. 2 outs. 4:59 is the defensive call from Coach Sullivan. I did hear that through the window. First pitch is lined to center field. Faith has a beat on it, and that's going to do it for the 3rd inning for the Searcy Lions. 1 run on 1 hit or 2 hits this inning?
I believe it was 1 hit.
1 run on 1 hit and 1 error. And the Eagles trail by a score 3-0 going into the bottom of the 3rd inning.
This game's going by pretty quick, Corey. Some games are long, some of them are quick. We're not putting many players on the bases or anything, so therefore we're already sitting in the bottom of 3 in a doubleheader.
Who was that last batter? Was that number 1? Let's see here. Thompson's going to be the batter for the Eagles.
We've got 3 seniors coming up.
Yeah, I think we do. It's going to be Thompson, Linton, and Erie. So we are going to roll The lineup over here, barring some kind of weird two at bat, 3-out situation.
Looking around, Corey, senior night, we've got a big crowd tonight. Huge crowd.
Leading off the bottom of the third for your Lady Eagles, number 8, Carly Thompson. So Thompson fouls the, no, not a foul, wild pitch.
I
just heard a tip and saw the pitch hit the, or the ball hit the net and assumed.
Well, we all know about that.
What I get. Thompson does swing at that one and does not make contact. A ball and a strike on Carly. Thompson swings at one that's up a little high out of the zone, and the Eagles continue to struggle with reading that pitch coming out of Pistoshi's hand. And, you know, like we said, with the speed, that's a tough thing to do. Yeah, there's got to be something going on because that third baseman just told the shortstop to slide over, and they both put a major shift on. So it's got to be that they know a pitch is going outside. Yep. Up next for your Lady Eagles, number 4, Kylie Linton.
Of course, she's throwing a lot of high pitches we're chasing. Is that a rise ball, you think, or is she just spotting it up there?
I think it's a rise ball. And that is that's a super hard pitch to hit. In softball, it honestly speaking, it's probably the hardest pitch to hit. People would argue the changeup. I think enough pitchers throw the changeup that you get used to seeing those, and you don't chase those near as bad. But man, especially when it's a hard throwing pitcher and the ball comes out of their hand and it just hits that ramp, it's so hard to read because it happens so late.
Have you ever stood in and against a rise ball?
No, not a rise ball. I've caught it, you know, sitting on a bucket warming a pitcher up. I've had a really established pitcher throw me all her pitches, and you know, being an ex-baseball player and knowing a little bit about pitch movement.
Excellent baseball player.
I didn't go that way.
I did. I went there.
It's a completely different feeling standing there watching the movement on a softball than a baseball. Now batting for your Lady Eagles, number 10, Callie Erie. So Erie will bat with 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. Eagles trailing 3-0. She was hit by pitch on the very first pitch of the game. Takes that one on the outside corner of the plate for strike 1. That pitch misses outside for ball 1. Evens the count up at 1 apiece. Somebody in the stands over here is calling the strikes. It almost sounded like the umpire.
I had to listen for it. I didn't know what he called on that.
Erie stands in and swings away at that one and just misses underneath it. The pitch was inside. She definitely was looking to pull.
Let's see what the defense does right here on this call. You can tell they're looking in the dugout right now.
A ball and 2 strikes to Erie. Defense is looking in. They're going to stay put, so we expect the pitch to be away from Erie with, you know, the pitcher ahead in the count. She's probably going to throw it out. And she comes back in. Erie swings and misses, and that's going to do it for the Eagles in the bottom of the third. So, a lot of strikeouts. Only 1 base runner thus far. No base hits.
I think I would look, Corey, this is just me at this point. I think I try to lay something down and make something happen.
Yep.
If you're not making good contact, we're not making contact. We're fouling a few off, but we're missing a lot. You know, a lot of times, how good is the pitcher when you start putting pressure on her and get some base runners on? Make a first baseman charge, make a third baseman make a play, lay something down right here. You've got to make something happen, Corey.
Well, you know, I'm going to back up and look at two of our faster, base runners in Linton and Erie batting back-to-back there, and the third baseman's camped out back there nearly at the base. I'm not a professional softball player by any means. I've watched a lot of softball games, and Coach Sullivan's probably already telling them this, but if I was coaching them, I'd be telling them, look, she's a hard-throwing pitcher. We ain't even putting no pressure on their defense. If that girl's going to stand back there at the base, drop a bunt down the third base line, and you can walk to first almost.
Exactly.
Because I know you're faster than she is.
That's correct.
Leading off the inning for the Lions, number 17, Megan Pistoshi.
I might have made her mad when I butchered her name up on the live when I said Pistoshi or something.
Do you think she was watching on
Lord, I hope
YouTube
not.
while you did that?
I'd like to apologize.
She pops it up to Faith out there in center field. Faith has it. Ye old can o' corn.
Can of corn.
Now batting number 13, Isabel Holyfield. Sounds like we're about to have a cat fight up here on the other half of the press box.
Yeah.
Holyfield swings and misses at the first pitch for strike number 1. Oh, my. Sometimes the product in the press box is better than the product on the field.
Learn a lot sitting up here.
You do learn a lot. You learn a lot. I don't know where that one missed, but it was called a ball. 2-1 is the count.
Had to be low. I'm kind of at an angle right here, so I know it was right down the middle, but it had to be, I guess.
That one's going to miss down and in for ball 3, and 3-1 is the count. Kobe, I'd like to go ahead and get this batter and the next one out. These are the last 2 batters of their lineup.
Yep.
And, I would almost think it might be time to go to the bullpen before they roll their lineup over again. No slight against Tori. I'm just, they've already batted through twice. The third time around, you really don't want them timing it up and getting to where they're getting on Tori's pitches and hitting it any harder than they already have.
Correct.
Courtesy runner is going to be number 11, Chloe Martinez. Courtesy runner into the game, number 11, Chloe Martinez.
Here's where
number 2, Carly Jones.
Here's where Kenna's got to read this. The last time this girl was up here, she tried to slap right to her. Looks like she did make the adjustment. Kenna's ready for it.
She's up a few steps closer than she was, and she's ready. It's a pop-up bunt. That's exactly what we needed. Lawrence dives for it, and she can't make the catch. Rolled up on her arm, and I'm concerned about her wrist. But then again, it could have been her head went into the pad. I'm not exactly sure. From where I'm sitting and the way I saw her land, I almost think that her glove hit and she rolled over, kind of rolled her hand up underneath her there. She's definitely slow to get up. Okay, she's laughing, so that's a good thing. I guess it was actually a head into the pad. So unlike Benton's nice new facility that they built, we actually padded our wall all the way down so that you don't, get stitches when you take a header into the wall.
Well put.
Just saying, Benton, Arkansas, if you're listening.
Parks and Rec.
Yeah, that too. Riverside Park, FYI. So Jones will bat with a strike. It is to Beatty. Beatty's going to get the lead runner at second, and Sid doesn't have time to go to first, but I'll take the forcing out the lead runner. Heads-up play by Kenna down there on third base.
Yes, it was. Great play.
Now batting number 21, Sarah Grace Weaver. This Weaver's not nearly as cool as our Weaver, because our Weaver has really cool walk-up music.
Exactly.
So 2 outs, runner on first. Sarah Grace Weaver is the batter. It's her 3rd time up in the game. She's 1 for 2. First pitch straight down the middle, strike 1. Yes. Checks her swing. Let's at least ask. We do.
Absolutely.
Field umpire
No.
says no thank you.
Of course.
That one is a called strike. 1 and 2, 2 outs. Oh, if it's a backwards K, I know what I'm going to play. Oh, so the throw was short of the bag. It looked like it was about to be a play, and the throw was short. So no chance to get the runner. She takes the base. 2-2-2 is what we're looking at here. Runner at second.
Deuces are wild, Corey.
Ground ball to Erie. Over to Thompson. That'll do it for the inning.
Nice play.
So let's see. Should be Sydney, Talon, and Marley due up for
We've
the
got
Eagles.
3 seniors up this inning, Corey. That joke never gets old to me.
Oh, no.
So I'm going to roll with it for the next 3 innings.
You just keep on, brother. Just keep on.
I don't. Now, in between innings, I've noticed this pitcher here will attempt to throw a changeup. To this point, she's not really needed it, but when she does throw it, it bounces, in front of the plate.
Yeah.
So, as a hitter, you need to see that and know, hey, we're just at dead red fastball right here. Be a little quicker at the plate.
Leading off the inning for your Lady Eagles, number 31, Sydney Johnson.
So right off the bat, just what we was talking about, Sydney Johnson steps up and looks to lay a bunt down. Got under a little bit, fouled it off, but maybe they were trying to get something down and see what'll happen, make something happen.
I'd like to see her pound one over the half-mast flag out there. Maybe we could knock that eagle straight on the way through.
It is crooked.
That pitch is low for ball 1. Well outside for ball 2, and I got to sit here and wonder: do the Searcy Lions have another pitcher besides Miss Pistoshi? And they don't have positions on their roster. I've got their roster pulled up on Max Prep, so I'll look in a minute and see if anybody else is labeled as a pitcher.
I would look it up, but our data runs a little low this month. So.
I understand how that works. Been there, done that. Then we switched to the unlimited plan. I don't worry about it anymore. It's another swing and a miss, and that's going to be out 1 for the bottom of the 4th.
There goes the outfielders.
Now batting number 12, Talon Lawrence. Talon takes ball 1 up and in.
Corey, this pitcher here have we faced pitchers earlier this year that throws as hard or harder?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Doggone it. She's going to be a teammate of Callie's at UCA, and I can't think of it. Pop up high on the infield. Pitcher and catcher run over each other. Pitcher makes the grab for out 2, and that brings up Marley Hinesley to the plate. I'll finish that thought in a second.
Talking about the Cochran girl?
Yeah, Kaylee Cochran. I could not come up with her name to save my life. She definitely throws harder than Pistoshi. There's no doubt about it. Up next for your Lady Eagles, number 14, Marley Hinesley. No slight to Pistoshi, but the Eagle batters are making her look like an absolute superstar, like she's throwing 75 miles an hour.
Yes, she is.
Oh, 2 count after 2 swings and misses, and Marley's trying to be aggressive. She's trying to get the bat on it, but she's going to have to see what she's trying to hit.
See what the infield's going to do here on the 0-2 count after playing it straight up.
Marley fouls that one back into the backstop. Staying alive, staying alive.
I see what you did there. Since we've got such time in between, what is how's the track team, girls track team looking?
Looking good. So they have a contingent at Heber Springs tonight. Eagles track team, both women and men, boys and girls, however you want to say it, using it kind of as their last chance to pre-qualify for a state track meet, because next week is the conference track meet. Top 4 finishers in each event go on to state, but there are certain marks that you can meet in any open track meet to pre-qualify. So took a contingent of runners and field event participants up there to try to qualify for state early. But boys still ranked #1 in the state. Girls, you know, I haven't seen the updated rankings this week. I saw on Twitter where Coach Cron had asked for it. I think they're thinking that with some of the freshmen that we've moved up to help out the varsity track team, that we may be inching close to that #1 ranking.
Awesome.
Or basically, it's going to be a good track meet between us and Sylvan Hills. The Eagles have a lot of pre-qualified runners on the girls team, and a strong handful on the boys team as well.
Good.
So looking for a good competition at state here in a couple weeks. And Marley sits on that changeup we've been waiting for, and she has the first base hit by an Eagle batter in the game.
Really good at bat right there. Fouled off several fastballs and waited for the change, set back on it, hit it like he's supposed to.
Maybe that's why she don't throw it.
Maybe why.
Up next for your Lady Eagles, number 20, Faith Johnson. Faith standing in there and swinging, fouls the first one out of play down the third base line. 0-1 will be the count. 2 outs. Marley's down there on first base. Faith's on top of, or I'm sorry, just underneath that one, fouls it straight back at us. She's behind 0-2. Faith all over that one again. It's straight back over the backstop into the parking lot. Somebody might have got him a new windshield there.
But, Corey, we're making contact. You know, the first couple of innings we went through, we wasn't even sniffing the ball. And now we're fouling it straight back, which is a sign that you're on the ball. Now we just need to square it up.
Faith fouls that one back over the backstop again.
I doubt she goes back to the changeup here.
I got a feeling.
You got that feeling?
I got that feeling. I'm not going to say it. I'm just showing you just in case.
I hope you're right.
Faith looks like she's really dialed in on this at bat. It's been a good at bat. She's seen several pitches here and made contact with every single one of them. So you got to think she's going to find the center of one in a minute. Pops that one up. It's going to be again out of play down the third baseline, and what she's probably seen 6-7 pitches and made contact with every single one of them.
She's fouled off some really good ones. I would not be surprised to see her try to attempt to throw this changeup right here. I know that Marley set back and hit it, but Faith's timing her pretty well right here.
Yeah, changeup would be. I mean, it would be the appropriate.
Yep, that too.
Yeah, appropriate pitch for the situation, but you just don't know if Pistoci has a lot of confidence in it. Hit off the handle.
Sawed her off.
Down to the third baseman, and that does it for the Lady Eagles in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Looks like the lineup will remain the same here. Well, the batter is going to be number 16, Lauren Joyner. First pitch, ball. Second pitch, ball. Down and low, down and out, rather. That one's fouled out of play down the first baseline for the first strike of the at-bat. 2-1 count on Joyner. What year did the snow cone quit being a factor, Corey? At ballparks? For me personally, or just in general? In general. You know, I think it's when the shaved ice trucks came about. Shaved ice pretty much killed the snow cone. They didn't care, did they? No, they didn't. But I mean, you got to look at it like this. If you can get a nice, soft, shaved ice with the, the same sugary syrup on it versus that hard, crunchy ice that you had to, almost break a tooth on, yep. Which one are you going to pick? I'm with you. Okay. Oh, we're not monitoring it, but I will. We are for the question was sent in. Or we got the live chat turned off? I don't think so. Base hit through the right side. Linton has it. Has it into Johnson and back to the circle. So the batter's now going to be Jessica Bailey. Now batting number 22, Jessica Bailey. I have no idea why he sent that, but all right, it makes sense now. I had to think about it for a minute. Okay, so back to the live chat. I'm trying to get to that, but when I run, so Alan, for you, when I run the web browser with the Wirecast, and I'm dual broadcasting also to Mascot Media's website as well as YouTube, bogs the computer down just a bit. But let me get over here and see what you're wanting to chat me. Is Alan wanting to Snapchat? Well, something to that effect. 2 balls and a strike on Bailey. Swing and a miss right there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, runner on first.
Now he won't even chat to me. I chatted you, Wade. You need to chat me back. Full count. No outs. Runner on first.
He's giving you solid treatment.
Yes, he's mad because I wouldn't respond earlier.
Great.
Backwards K. I love it.
Great pitch right there.
And that's what I was talking about earlier. We're going to have to come back in on him at some point. She brings the screwball in there on the knuckles. Now batting number 6, Carson Donovan. Is this the 5th inning?
This is the top of 5.
Holy cow. So we got a runner on and 1 out. Okay. All right, I'm caught up now. Good pitch.
She made the adjustment of going back inside.
Yeah, screwball's working right now. So fly ball out to Faith, and that's the can of corn. 2 outs.
Faith has been busy out there today. She's
Faith.
probably got about 5 putouts out there today.
She's not even going to be hungry by the time we get to the senior dinner. She's had so many cans of corn.
Let's see what you did there.
Now batting number 20, Lexi Brooks. I got all the puns. All the ones you don't got anyways. What do you think we got due up next inning?
Got a couple seniors coming
Okay,
up.
all right, I'm down with that. First pitch called strike. Ah, yeah, now he's back.
One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Big pitch right here, and to get back in and see if we can hit.
Good pitch. Well, that, you know, with a strikeout to end the inning, I'm going to play a little Bieber.
Play it.
Yeah, buddy.
It's Alan Wade favorite.
He's a believer.
He is. Kind of looks like him in a way.
He does look a little bit like Justin Bieber. Bieber's got more fingers, but
we got anybody on dance cam tonight, Corey? Dancing to Bieber.
We got the whole press box on the dance cam. We should turn it around. Let's see here. Got a grandpa shaking a kid on a knee. I don't know if that has anything to do with the music or not.
We've got a guy in a cowboy hat that's going to have nothing to do with it.
Where's he at? I don't see him. Oh yeah, no, he don't want no part.
No.
Now I thought old Rex Sadler was bobbing along with the music down there a minute ago.
He could be.
He's getting down with the popcorn.
He does love the popcorn. It must be a crowd favorite, popcorn.
True. I better get Weaver's walk-up music ready. I don't want to slight her on senior night. Oh, that's not Weaver. That's Beatty. Leading off the inning for your Lady Eagles, number 6, Kenna Beatty. Did he leave? Beatty lays down the bunt. Pistoshi throws over to first, and she's going to be out.
Good idea right there by Beatty. Really like to see that go down the third baseline or first baseline a little bit, but the pitcher come and made a good play on that. Backhanded, threw her out.
Yeah, it was a good play, no doubt about it. Good defensive coverage by the Lions.
Now batting number 16, Caitlin Weaver.
Foul ball. Strike one. Thompson, okay. Thompson's in the on-deck circle. We got Thompson, Linton, and then we're going to roll it over again. That one's high for ball one. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss for strike two. A ball and 2 strikes on Weaver. And we're going to have to get it going, Kobe. No two ways about it. Weaver fouls that one out of play. Count remains 1-2.
One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out to Caitlin Weaver. The pitch. Pretty close, but a good eye right there.
Yeah. It had to be. It could have been in, but it could have been down also. It was teetering on that bottom corner of the strike zone on the inside half. Apparently somebody said something from the dugout. The umpire's talking and motioning over there towards the third base dugout. 2-2 is the count with an out. No runners on. Carly Thompson's on deck. Weaver fouls that one straight back into the backstop.
She was on that one.
Yes, she was.
Anytime you foul one directly right behind you, you're on it. You just missed it up and down a little bit.
We've been there quite a bit tonight. I mean, honestly speaking, it ought to tell the batters that they can hit the ball because, if you time it right, up and down's easy to fix. Popped up on the infield. Shortstop calls for it. She has it. That's out number 2, and it's going to bring up Carly Thompson.
Now batting for the Lady Eagles, number 8, Carly Thompson.
Swing and a miss, and Carly almost looked like she was early on that one a little bit.
Timing's just off a little bit.
Another swing and a miss. 0-2 will be the count. You knew the pitch was going to be outside when the left side of the infield takes off running to the middle.
It's like a line dance.
It's one of the more odd things I've ever seen in the game of softball. That and the defensive hop on the pitch. Have you ever seen those college teams do that?
I've seen the Queen do that before.
Oh, true. And Carly does chase this one, and that will do it for the bottom of the 5th inning. Eagles down to 6 outs now.
What's on tap for supper tonight here, Corey?
Well, we've got some of those oversized sub sandwiches. They've got some various hot and cold dips and chips and salads and I think fruit and cookies, lemonade and tea, and water.
Will there be a slideshow as of last year, or how's that going to work?
Well, there was every intent to have a slideshow, but there were some difficulties procuring equipment to produce said slideshow today, and therefore there will not. So I think maybe the girls that put it together are going to try to burn some DVDs and share them with the girls to take home or whatever.
Gotcha. We put a lot of effort in that last year, remember?
Yes. Yeah, I do remember.
Now batting number 1, Jessica Rose.
First pitch is a ball low. Is that what you had, number 1 up? Okay. Called strike inside corner. It's a good pitch there from Wilbanks. Fouled back into the backstop for strike 2. Fouled back again right into the top of the blocks. Might need to check that ball for a cut. I don't think it affects the softballs near as much as it would a baseball.
Who would it benefit, though? The pitcher? It's got a cut. It's got a little bit more movement on it.
Potentially. You know, they don't ever really dig their fingers into anything like that. It's more just a change of the grip in the hand on a softball pitch. So, again, I don't know if it really – now, the cut might catch wind and make the ball cut a different direction than normal. But it ain't like in baseball where it help you get a better grip on a knuckleball. That's going to be down for a base hit just in front of Faith. She was coming over hard. I thought she was going to have a play on the ball. Tracked it as well as you possibly can. Just could not get there. So score another base hit for the Lions.
Seems like everything is just falling in their favor tonight. Balls are finding the holes.
Once popped up down the first baseline, Sydney Johnson comes over and calls Thompson off of it, makes the grab, avoids the chalk line of her sister's chalk spelled out down there on the field, so doesn't mess that up. Good job, Sid.
Now batting number 13, Isabel Holyfield.
Isabel Holyfield will be the batter with an out and a runner on. First pitch inside and low for ball number 1. And Holyfield is hit by the pitch. So 2 runners are going to be on with an out. Batter will be Carly Jones. She's the 9-hole hitter for the Searcy Lions.
Now batting number 2, Carly Jones. Courtesy runner into the game, number 11, Chloe Martinez.
So Jones, who batted from the left side her previous 2 at-bats, will dig in from the right side. As you can see, attempts to bunt the first pitch.
Sure did. She attempted on just a bunting machine.
It goes foul. Yeah. If it's fair, Beatty's going to catch it and probably double one of those other runners off. So lucky for the Lions, it's foul. I bet she tries it again. Yep. She takes a ball. Runners are looking to try to move up there, but the Eagle defense has everything covered up. And Jones will step back in with a 1-1 count. Shows bunt, pulls back. It's a called strike. Count is now 1-2, and guess what's off now, Kobe?
Well, you never know about this bunch.
Well, that is true.
They may lay it down or attempt to.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Jones swings away, hits it right at Weaver, and Weaver cannot make the play. Ball's going to roll to the fence. Lions will score 1. Martinez is going to stop at third, and that's a base running error, or yes, an error in the field out there on the left fielder Weaver, but a base running error by Martinez, or she would have scored as well. So only 1 there for the Lions on the Eagle defensive error, and the score is now 4-0. 21, Sarah Grace Weaver is the batter. 1 out, runners at second and third. Foul ball out of play. That one misses inside for a ball. 2-1.
One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on second, third. Ball up right there. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Called strike there. That's a good pitch on the outside corner from Wilbanks. Fouled straight back. And Weaver will stay to see another pitch.
Great pitch right there. Pretty much sawed her off right there. A very defensive swing. She fouls it off.
I'm not so sure it wasn't going to hit her if she doesn't swing at it.
That's a good point. Had a lot of run on the inside right there.
It was a great pitch. Especially if you get the batter to chase it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. I think she should be out because she didn't hold on to her bat.
We're grasping at this point.
Yes, we are.
We are grasping.
So it was a ball high, so 3-2 is the count now. You're 1 behind over there, brother.
A lot of people yelling at me.
You get 1 error per game. You're all right. Ground ball to Erie. She can't really hold on to it. Doesn't get the out at first, and Searcy scores another run. So another fielding error by the Eagle defense. They trail 5-0 now.
Runners on first and third right now with 1 out. Let's see here. Stepping out, getting a play right now, calling a 564. Don't know what it is, but it sounds nice. Hope it works. And the pitch. Ball was outside. Fake to trying to catch the third baseman. Sleeping right there. It didn't work. Got runners on second, third. 1 ball, no strikes.
Lauren Joyner is the batter there. She's going to lift one over the infield. Erie calls for it. She has it, and that's out 2. So that brings up 22, Jessica Bailey for Searcy. 2 outs, got runners in second and third. First pitch is a strike. That one's outside and high. Evens it up at 1 apiece.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Wind's blowing in about 15 to 20 miles an hour.
That one's hit hard, but it's going to get well out of play.
Ball had a lot of spin on it, like a curveball, Corey.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Yeah.
I can see that from up here. And miles are not even that good.
That one's fouled out of play down the first baseline, and the people in the crowd better get their heads up.
Ball's outside and high right there, sitting at 2-2. Deuces across the board.
Need a big pitch here. We need another one of those pop-ups or a one hopper to somebody. It's anything. Get out of this inning and
We need an out.
Yeah,
Just an out.
get back up to bat and hopefully put the bat on the ball with some consistency and score some runs. I think Linton is going to lead us off, if I'm not
Oh, you're right. She
not
is.
mistaken. Yeah, Linton, Erie, and Sydney Johnson. Full count now as the pitch misses down and in. Lost her.
Ball in the dirt right there. We got bases loaded, so we're going to have a force anywhere. We're going to settle in right here, throw some strikes, and get us out of this at 5 runs.
Now batting number 6, Carson Donovan.
So Carson Donovan is the batter for Searcy. Got to force anywhere. So no excuse not to make an out on a ground ball, and instead it's a hard liner through. Mishandled out there in left field. Allows 2 runs to score. Eagles now trail 7-0.
Now batting number 20, Lexi Brooks.
First pitch misses up for ball 1. Runners at first and second.
Great pitch right there on the inside corner, Corey.
Called for strike 1. The pop up down the first baseline. Thompson's giving chase. It's going to get out of play for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes on the batter, Brooks.
It's good to see a one Herman Erie and Sabrina in the crowd tonight.
Oh, yeah. Supporting senior night. We'll pop up out there to Erie. She's back and has it, and that's going to finally be the end of the inning for Searcy, but not before they put up 4 more runs. They lead it 7-0 going into the bottom of the 6th, and the Eagles got their work cut out for them with 6 outs left.
You know, if we were talking at the first or second inning, say, hey, we got plenty of game left. But it's a situation we're at right now, you do have, you've got 6 outs. And we've squared up on 1 ball to this point. So we've seen it happen before. We saw it when we played Greenwood up in northwest Arkansas. We hung a lot of runs then. It can be done. It's just it's a mental thing at this point. Looks like a possibility of having a designated hitter.
Yeah, I don't know don't know if it's going to be a straight substitution or just a pinch hit situation. But Julie Johnson is the batter on deck. Freshman who has started almost every game up until this point. I'm not sure if it's every single one of them or not, but it's pretty close to that. Maybe missed a start or two when she was injured, but after she took the header into the wall at Benton Parks and Rec.
The place that didn't have any padding.
Yeah.
Yep.
Leading off the inning for your Lady Eagles, number 32, Julie Johnson.
First pitch called strike. That one's down in the dirt. A 1-1 count to Juju.
Just need base runners here. Need a lot of them.
We need one of those 8-run home runs out of these next couple of batters.
We do.
Julie hits it hard into the right center field gap. Center fielder is going – no, she's going to misplay it, so Julie's going to be able to take second. She's in there with a stand-up double. Eagles have their second hit of the game, and Erie's coming up, so maybe a little charge into the to the Eagles. Little jump start maybe.
That's what we needed right there.
So Coach Sullivan's talking over lineup questions. It looks like Linton.
Strategery.
Yeah, so it's going to be a re-enter is what it looks like it's going to be, and four re-enters. So Linton will be the base runner back in her original position.
Now batting for your Lady Eagles, number 10, Callie Erie.
So Erie will bat with Linton out on second base. Kind of check swings that one foul. I think it would have hit her if she didn't have her bat out there.
I think so. I can tell, but it looks like they're pitching her way inside. Every at bat, they're trying to jam her right here.
Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes it for a strike, and she's behind 0-2.
Is that a fastball or changeup on that one, Corey?
That was a fastball.
Okay.
I think it was actually probably a drop ball. It's hard to see from up here, but that's what it looked like. They come way in on her and up. Again, that's ball 1. 1-2 is the count.
One ball, 2 strikes, no out, runner on second. Oh.
Almost hit her. I don't know how it didn't hit her. She definitely didn't duck out of the way, but I mean it could have nicked the uniform.
That is nearly a straight thigh shot.
2-2 count now. Still coming in on her. She fouls that one off as it kind of leaks back over the middle of the plate. She's going to hang to see another one. Two count, no outs. Linton out there on second base. Erie takes the pitch high for ball 3. It's a full count. And this is good at bat working here.
Very good at bat.
Fouls that one off into the backstop here. It was well inside, but she gets a piece of it. Barely missed underneath. Here he takes ball 4. Great at bat. I don't know what in the world was going on out there at second. Linton was caught out there in no man's land and scampers back, thankfully.
Up next for your Lady Eagles, number 31, Sydney Johnson.
So Sid digs in with no outs and 2 runners on. We'll see what she can do. Big swing at the first pitch. You like the aggressiveness. Just can't make the contact, so she's got 1 strike on her, but I would like the swing.
Good cut, just pulled her head. You know, she looking straight ahead, didn't see the ball.
Called strike outside corner. That's tough. You know, it was close. He's been a pitcher's umpire most of the game, so can't really fault him on that one. Sid's got to protect now, 0-2. That one's too far outside.
Somebody tried to ring them up from this side or down here in the.
I'd like to know who that is. I wish I had some peanuts I could throw at them.
If we had some peanuts, I'd be eating them right now.
Well, that's true.
I'm pretty hungry.
Sydney almost gets hit in the head. And that is a ball to make the count 2-2. Come on, Sid. You got this. Who's on deck? Talon's on deck. Talon Lawrence on deck batter. Sid swinging a miss. Catcher can't handle it. She takes off for first. They're going to throw her out down there, but the first baseman drops the ball, and so the Sydney was out anyways because first base was occupied. So effectively, we get stolen bases for Linton and Erie.
Sure was exciting.
Yeah, it was. Lawrence is going to be the batter. I didn't even get her walk-up music. She's rushing me already in the box there.
Now batting number 12, Talon Lawrence.
I'll call her name out, just not play her music this time. T's ready to hit. Takes ball 1 outside, and all she's got to do is get it on the green. The Eagles are going to score 2 runs here because you got the 2 fastest base runners we have in our lineup on second and third. Talon lifts one into center field. Linton's going to tag. So is Erie. Linton's off to the races, and she holds. So Linton holds on the fly ball to center field. The throw was wide. I would have liked to have seen what happened. It's going to bring up Marley Hinesley.
Corey, I know hindsight is 20/20 overall, but do you send her right there?
Now batting number 14, Marley Hinesley.
I'm looking at it like this. I got to have 7 runs to stay in the game, 8 runs to win, and I get a fly ball out there to the V with one of my fastest base runners on third. I'm going to the house. Let's see what happens.
You got a good point. They got to catch it. They got to throw it. They got to catch it. Got to put a tag on.
Yep. I mean, and you could have gotten thrown out. Not, I wouldn't have questioned. I'm not questioning Coach Sullivan. I don't know if it was his decision or Kylie's, but I surely wouldn't question him if you get thrown out in the plate. You got to be aggressive sometimes. And
on the flip side, you don't want to out at home.
Yeah.
So I see both sides of the argument right there.
We may get 7 base hits in a row right here and be saying, hey, we're glad we didn't get her thrown out at the plate. Marley fouls that one off, and she's going to stay to see another pitch. 0-2 is still the count with 2 outs and runners on second and third. It all started with a leadoff single by the freshman pinch hitter Julie Johnson in there for batting for Linton. Erie walked after a long battle, and Marley strikes out to end the inning. Eagles down to 3 outs now, top of the 7th.
Looks like Gracie's going to be on the mound right here, or leaving Torrey to finish it out. I want to take a look at our dance cam, Corey, and just see if there's not much excitement going on between the lines. So we'll see if we get any excitement in the crowd.
You know, I think probably if the Eagles were leading or even competitive in the game, the dance cam might be more effective right now.
I think so as well. We got any dance cam from the White County Searcy folks?
You know, Kobe, I think dancing may be outlawed in Searcy, Arkansas.
Could be.
Once was here in Vilonia. They may be just a shade more conservative than we were
Is this
at
where
that point.
Footloose was filmed? When dancing just broke loose?
Yeah, I think so.
That was for free.
I'll take it.
That's for free.
We need all the comic relief we can get at this point. So at the completion of the game, we're going to leave the camera rolling until we get set up for the senior night ceremony. We will live stream that via the the same broadcast that we're doing, and then we'll shut the stream down and get set up for game number 2. But there's going to be a little bit of time in between.
So we'll be after the second game?
No, senior ceremonies between games.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll adjust the camera down closer to the numbers where the seniors are going to walk out. Actually, the Searcy seniors are going to get recognized also. Somebody's going to need to get us a list of the Searcy seniors up to the booth. And then we'll recognize all of our seniors. And then we will have a brief intermission and start the second game. So you may hear some dead noise or some rustling around in here while we're getting everything going. But Kobe's going to have the call of the senior ceremony for all of our 11 seniors here tonight.
What's the count?
Ball and 2 strikes is the count to the Searcy batter, who is Jessica Rose. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Eagles have their first out of the 7th inning.
Now batting number 17, Megan Pistoshi.
Now, Kobe, are you surprised to see I've lost my ever-loving mind, Gracie, into the game here in the 7th inning?
Well, you may want to just give her an inning. You look at it, you may be getting her warmed up for the next game.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. I was wondering if she wouldn't be the game 2 starter.
She probably, I would think that she would be. I don't know.
Good
but
pitch
she is,
there.
But she is coming in right now. She's throwing strikes. Had a strikeout. They're not on her by any means. So it's just maybe kind of a warm up for her right here. I'd like to see her in the next game.
That one's hit hard through the 5-6 hole on the ground. And that is Jordan Alexander out there into the game in left field. She makes the stop and throws the ball in. The batter's going to be Isabel Holyfield.
Now batting number 13, Isabel Holyfield. Courtesy runner into the game, number 8, Alexis Bottoms.
So Alexis Bottoms is the courtesy runner for Pistoshi. Holyfield is the batter now. She fouls the first pitch straight back for strike 1. Pitch is low for a ball, gets away from the catcher Lawrence, and line runner gets an extra base. That one's high for ball 2. 2-1 is the count. good pitch there. It's called a ball. 3-1 count now.
Pretty close right there. I think he pointed it was up. They asked where it was at, and he called that ball up.
Okay.
Yeah. All righty.
That's ball 4. So walk for the Lions and brings up Carly Jones.
Now batting number 2, Carly Jones.
So 2 runners on with 1 out. Jones is the batter, and Martinez, I believe, will be the courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner into the game, number 11, Chloe Martinez.
First pitch was low right there. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners on first and second, 1 out.
Chloe is the courtesy runner. Carly's the batter. Ball in the dirt for ball 2.
We may have to break out Rally Rooster in the 7th
yeah.
inning.
Yeah, most assuredly. It's a called strike on the outside corner. 2-1. Another called strike on the outside corner, and Gracie has found her spot to camp out. 2-2 count. 1 out, 2 runners on. That one's a ball low, 3-2 now. So the count is full. We don't need to lose her because we're about to roll the lineup over again and go back to the top. Although, as you said a minute ago, they haven't seen.
Wow.
Holy cow. That was the same pitch that was called a strike 2 consecutive times. For some reason, with the full count, it's a ball, and the line batter gets a walk. I do not understand. Now batting number 21, Sarah Grace Weaver.
Now they're throwing a Clay back out.
Are they throwing it out of the mound or out of the batter's box this time?
They're on a batter's box.
So that pitch misses up and away for ball 1. Coach Morris wants a timeout to talk it over with Gracie. The entire infield comes in there too, so going to have a conference at the mound.
Two balls, no strikes, 1 out. Corey, didn't mean to cut you off there.
No problem. I was just going to say conference over, let's play ball. Need a ground ball pop-up right here.
We need a double play, really bad.
That one's low, 3-0, and Gracie needs to take a deep breath and just throw it down the gut right here. Batter's not going to be swinging. They're wanting the free run. That's called a strike over the outside corner.
Great pitch right there.
That was a really good pitch.
Nice work.
Excellent job
right
by Gracie. Gets behind 3-0, comes back and pitches the backwards K. Now batting number 16, Lauren Joyner. So Lauren Joyner will be the batter. She takes ball 1 low. Called strike outside corner. 1-1 count.
One ball, two strikes. I don't know what kind of scouting report, but the Corey, our left fielder, is really hugging the line over here. We've got a huge gap in between center and left. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That ball was low. Great pitch right there. Backwards K, outside
Ooh.
corner.
And stares down the
Gracie.
umpire on the way back to the dugout, too. Wow.
He didn't see it.
You don't see that very often in the game of softball. Maybe a little Michael will get him pumped up.
Michael Jackson would get anybody fired up. Just hope it don't get their pitcher fired up.
If you can't get fired up to Billie Jean, you ain't right.
I don't know who Billie Jean is, but
she is not my lover.
She ain't definitely not that.
So looks like Faith will lead us off, followed by Beatty and Weaver. Well, I don't know. Alexander was out there for Weaver on defense, so maybe Alexander's going to bat.
Corey, was you ever a fan of the moonwalk?
Oh, most definitely. I had parachute pants and could do the moonwalk.
Wow.
This is way back in elementary school now. Breakdancing was a thing, though. We would breakdance at recess.
Leading off the inning for your Lady Eagles, number 20, Faith Johnson.
So Faith looking to get on base for her first time of the evening. Fouls the first pitch straight back for strike 1. Fouls that one off down the third base line.
We have a radar gun?
We do. We're gonna see if we can use it. Kenzie, I'm gonna lean right over here and see if this radar guns will work. Nope. Kobe, I wasn't paying attention. I don't see what happened there, but I know Pistoshi's hurt, so it hit her.
That was a line drive off Faith Johnson. Looks like it hit her in her pitching arm, in her side. She hopes she's not hurt, but as soon as it hit her, she walked away.
There's one of the fingers that was definitely not moving appropriately. Hit. So you hate that for Pistoshi, but you love it for Faith because that ball was a flat-out smoked.
She hit it hard, and you hate for anybody to get hurt, no matter what it is. You may dislocate a finger. We just don't know.
Yeah. Wilson McKnight, the Eagle trainer, out there to take a look at Megan, check on that hand. Beatty will be the batter once we determine if Pistoshi will stay in the game or not. So she looks like she's going to try to stay. The assistant coach for the Lions asked can she throw a couple of pitches to check it. I'm not sure what the actual rule is there, but I'm going to say that as hard as that ball was hit, there's no way she's going to be able to get a full grip on the ball. So she may be a trooper and tough it out, but
Corey, I'm going to be honest with you. If that's me, they're hauling me off an ambulance at this point.
Well, the way that pitch exited her hand
Yeah.
and the grimace on her face, I'm going to speculate that Miss Pistoshi's night is probably done, at least for this game. Now, she might get over there and ice it down. And yeah, two pitches in the dirt halfway to the plate, and I hate it for her. I really do, because she has thrown a really good game thus far. Kobe, they've got somebody else up over there, I think. I don't know but what they're not just burning time to get another pitcher warmed up.
Yeah.
At that, she tried to throw a change up there, and it floated up there, but it would have hit the batter. Everything's missing way in. And she definitely doesn't have near the velocity that she had previously. So I know what the coaches are saying out there right now. They're saying, you've got to be honest with me. Can you go or can you not? And she says no. So they're going to bring in relief pitcher, and I didn't catch her number. Did she come from first base?
She come from first.
Okay, so the first baseman, that was Lexi Brooks. So that should be number 20. And like I said, you hate to see that for Pistoshi.
She was throwing a game now.
She did. She did a great job. Yep, 20 is going to be the pitcher, so that is Lexi Brooks. And then at some point, the Lions are going to have to send a first baseman out. So let's see, number 30 goes over to first base. That's Jessie Harwell. And then Carly Jones, who was the designated player, is now going to go out to right field. So I don't know what all substitutions they made, but Eagles are going to need to be patient if the warm-up by Miss Brooks is any indication of what she's going to throw like when a batter gets in there. Patience is going to be the key here.
Yes, it is.
Are you getting text from Alan?
Not yet. I blocked him. Kenna Beatty is stepping up to the plate right here.
Well, heck, sorry, Ken, I didn't get your music or nothing.
Well, she comes in right off the bat and throws a fastball in the outside corner for a strike.
I do have confirmation that Alan Wade is watching. Kimbrell is in the on-deck circle.
Ball was low right there. Got one ball, one strike. Runner on first, Kenna Beatty at the plate.
So Kimbrell's going to bat in the spot that Julie Johnson batted in last time, which is the spot that Caitlin Weaver originally occupied. So Beatty looking to get on base. Did he call that? Golly bum. Called strike. Looked like it was a ball to me, but I'm just a guy with a microphone in his mouth.
A good one at that.
Beatty chases one, and Kobe, so it's deceiving, and maybe that's what it is. That pitch looked like it was going to be eyeball high, and every one of her pitches has kind of a little tail and a drop to it. So
I really think that was a changeup. She was way out front, but she did foul off a good pitch. Now, I don't know how hard she's throwing. I know it's not near as hard what the first one was throwing. But
so that ball's down in the dirt, and Faith Johnson reads it appropriately, takes second base, so give her a stolen base on the day, and we got a runner in scoring position here.
Got a little rally going.
Rally, rally, rooster.
That's what it takes right there, Corey.
Kenna hits it hard, and the left fielder is burnt. Faith is going to score easy. Ball one hops the fence. Faith scores. Beatty's going to hold up at second. Eagles finally have their first run on the board, and Rally Rally Rooster is the key.
That's the key. It's got to be.
Now batting for your Lady Eagles, number 25, Gracie Kimbrell.
Kimbrell takes the first pitch for a strike, called 0-1 count. Jordan Alexander is the on-deck batter. No outs, runner at second after Beatty's base hit burnt the left fielder, and she is backed up just a little bit now, Kobe. And Kimbrell hits a screamer at the shortstop. She knocks it down, makes a throw over to first, gets the out. Beatty takes off. She's going to be in under the tag, so she takes a base. Eagles have one out here. But they got another runner 60 feet closer, and Alexander will be the batter.
Gracie really hit the ball hard right there. It just right to the shortstop. You was hoping it would take a different hop or different bounce. Just popped right in her glove. Good play.
Jordan Alexander. Totally forgot her number. Right in the middle of it. Just totally forgot it.
So Jordan Alexander will bat. And Beatty's going to try to take home on the wild pitch. She folds up before she gets there. She's still down. She does get there safe. Got up. I don't know exactly how that happened, but it did not look good. So here's one of the unique rules of the high school game, and Julie Johnson is going to sub back into the game.
Okay.
And that used to screw me up pretty bad. But when I first started, but the longer I've watched it, you get one extra reentry in high school softball versus anywhere else you play. So that's the difference. So Alexander hits one hard to the right fielder in the air, and the right fielder has it. That's going to be out 2. So the Eagles down to their final out. It is 7-2 now. Julie Johnson is going to be the batter, and gosh, I'm lost here. I don't know if Johnson reaches, so Juju's batting in Linton's spot. So Juju reaches, Erie will be the batter.
Up next for your Lady Eagles, number 32, Julie Johnson.
Juju, with her only at bat, had a base hit. She takes the first pitch low for a ball. Juju hits a grounder to the third baseman, and ole, ole, ole it is. Juju's on first. Callie Erie will be the batter. Yeah.
Up next for your Lady Eagles, number 10, Callie Erie.
So back to the top of the lineup with 2 outs and a runner on. Eagles clinging to the last bit of hope they have. First pitch to Erie is a ball, and she worked that beautiful at bat last time into a walk. And wisely takes the first pitch here low for ball 1. That one's going to be called a strike as it floats back in over the plate. 1-1 count. Sydney Johnson awaits on deck once Erie reaches. Erie takes that one down in the dirt. Juju's going to move up as it squirts away from the catcher. So we got another Eagle runner in scoring position with Erie up there with a 2-1 count. Erie swings, hits it right back to the pitcher, and that's going to do it for the Lady Eagles. Eagles lose game 1 on senior night. We will get set up for the senior ceremony here between the games. There's going to be a little bit of a pause. I'm actually going to kill the mics, and I'll show you how to put them back in here in a minute. But we are going to leave the camera up and get ready for, and leave the stream going so we can get the senior ceremony on the camera. So we'll be back in just a minute with senior night ceremonies and introduction of all of our seniors. And then we'll kill it and we'll start a new broadcast for the second game.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2018 Senior Night. Before we get started with the Lady Eagles, we would like to recognize 5 seniors from the Searcy Lions. First off tonight would be recognize senior Carson Donovan. Sarah Grace Weaver. Jesse Harwell. Alexis Bottoms. Courtney Van Winkle. Thank you, Searcy Lions. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to 2018 Softball Senior Day festivities. Today we'll recognize 11 seniors that have spilled blood, sweat, and tears on this field and countless hours over the last 4 years. These young ladies have exemplified what it means to be a Vilonia softball player. Our first senior is Kylie Linton. Kylie has been escorted by her parents, Brad and Tiffany Rhodes, and her brother, JP. Throughout Kylie's high school career, she's been a member of the cross-country team, swim team, and the track team, as well as the softball team. She's also been a member of the DECA, FBLA, Beta, TSA, HOSA, FCA, FCCLA, and student leadership. In her spare time, Kylie enjoys outdoor activities such as fishing, hunting, water skiing, and kayaking. She likes spending time at the lake and the beach and loves spending time with her family and friends. She also volunteers for several different community programs. After high school, Kylie plans to attend the University of Missouri on an Air Force ROTC scholarship and major in engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, number 4, Kylie Linton. Our next senior tonight is Kenna Beatty. Kenna is escorted by her parents, Kenny John and Dina Beatty, and her nephew, Carter Massey, and niece, Callie Massey. Along with being a member of the softball team for 4 years, Kenna has also played basketball, ran cross country, and was a member of FBLA and HOSA. In her spare time, Kenna enjoys camping with her family, riding horses, and hanging out with her friends, and especially fond of Sunday dinner at her Mimi's. Kenna also attends Oakberry Church with some of her teammates. After high school, Kenna plans on attending University of Central Arkansas and studying nursing. Ladies and gentlemen, number 6, Kenna Beatty. Our next senior is Carly Thompson. Joining Carly tonight are her parents, Alan and Mandy Thompson, and her brother, Collier. Along with being a member of the softball team, Carly also participates in FBLA, FCA, HOSA, and the CERT program. When Carly isn't at games or practices, she likes to spend her time watching Netflix, traveling, shopping, and spending time with family and friends. After graduation, Carly plans to attend the University of Central Arkansas. She loves trying to help people, so her goal is to major in nursing and pursue a career in the medical field. Ladies and gentlemen, number 8, Carly Thompson. Next we have senior Callie Erie. Callie is joined by her parents Corey and Crystal Erie and her brother Connor and her sister Carly. Along with being a member of the softball team, Callie is also a member of the volleyball team and track team. She also participates in FCA, Beta, FBLA, and FCCLA. During the spring, the only thing Callie enjoys are softball and track. Throughout the rest of the year, in her spare time, she loves spending her free time hanging out with her friends and family, working out with her trainer Reed Sadler, making healthy and delicious cuisines, and dancing. Callie has received a softball scholarship as well as an academic scholarship to the University of Central Arkansas, so she will be furthering her athletic career next year as a Lady Bear. She also plans to get her degree in chemical engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, number 10, Callie Erie. Our next senior, Talon Lawrence. Talon has been escorted by her mother, Lana Lawrence, and her father, Scotty Lawrence. Throughout Talon's time at Vilonia High School, she has been a member of the softball team, volleyball team, research team, as well as the student leadership team. She also participated in the FCA and FBLA. In her spare time, Talon enjoys spending time with family and friends, attending church and youth activities, sleeping, and watching Netflix. She also loves making memories with her best friends, Tori and Callie. Next fall, Talon will be attending Arkansas State University, where she will be playing softball for the Lady Wolves and major in business. Ladies and gentlemen, number 12, Talon Lawrence. Next we have senior Marley Hansley. Marley is joined by her parents Eric and Stephanie Hansley. Along with being a member of the Vilonia softball team for 4 years, Marley is also involved in the Fellowship of Christian Athletes and HOSA. Marley's hobbies include playing softball and giving pitching lessons. In June, she'll be going on her second mission trip where she will serve the children of Guatemala. After graduation, Marley plans to attend the University of Central Arkansas and major in health sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, number 14, Marley Hansley. Our next senior, Caitlin Weaver. Caitlin has been escorted by her mother, Lisa Fullerton, and father, Matt Weaver. Caitlin has been a member of the softball team for 4 years. She participates in Beta, FCA, and serves as secretary for HOSA. In her spare time, Caitlin enjoys going to the lake with her family, hanging out with friends, drinking coffee, watching Netflix, and attending New Life Church, where she serves as a life group leader for the middle school ministry. After high school, Caitlin will be attending the University of Central Arkansas, majoring in nursing, and wants to become a pediatric nurse. Ladies and gentlemen, number 16, Caitlin Weaver. Our next senior is Faith Johnson. Faith is joined by her parents Tim and Tanya Johnson. Along with being a member of the softball team, Faith has also participated in tennis and cross country as well as FCA and HOSA. When Faith isn't playing softball, she likes to spend her time reading, watching movies, and hanging out with family and friends. She loves sports, seeing new places, trying new foods. After graduation, Faith will be furthering her softball career at the University of Arkansas at Monticello, where she will earn her degree and pursue a career in the medical field. Ladies and gentlemen, number 20, Faith Johnson. Next we have senior Tori Wilbanks. Tori is joined by her stepdad and mother, Jack and Patsy Wallace. Tori has been a member of the softball team for 4 years as well as the volleyball team. In spare time, she enjoys hanging out with friends and family, going to the lake, watching Netflix, and traveling. Next fall, Tori plans on attending Arkansas Tech University, where she will be majoring in nursing. Ladies and gentlemen, number 22, Tori Wilbanks. Our final seniors are the Johnson twins, Alyssa, and Sydney. They're joined by their parents, Jason and Candace Hensel. Alyssa and Sydney are both members of the Oakberry Church Youth Group. Both have spent time as athletic managers. Sydney helped the volleyball program as a manager, while Alyssa spent the past 4 years as manager for her softball program. Alyssa enjoys her role as a softball manager, babysitting, helping others with volunteer work, spending time with family and friends, and shopping. After high school, Alyssa plans to attend the University of Central Arkansas and major in chemistry so she can become a forensic scientist. Sydney enjoys being with friends and family and loves to sleep, and most importantly, spending time with Alyssa. Not sure that goes both ways. After high school, Sydney will be attending Arkansas Tech University, where she will play softball for the Golden Suns and major in early childhood education in hopes of one day becoming a child life specialist. Ladies and gentlemen, Alyssa and Sydney Johnson. This will conclude our senior celebration. We'd like to thank all of those in attendance, as well as the players, parents, grandparents, and anyone else that has had an impact on these young ladies. Let's give one more round of applause for these 11 seniors for their contributions to our program over the past 4 years. Following tonight's second game, we'd like to invite our softball family and their families to our 5th annual Dine on the Diamond. Until then, it's softball time in the Vilonia. The next game will start in approximately 20 minutes. Thank you.